is such a good head bobbing.
I know. Every
gotta.
week I enjoy that.
So what's up, everyone? Thanks so much for joining us. This is the Ski Summit Show. Going to talk about Colorado mountain real estate, some local news. I'm going to share some tips or two for you with our local market, and I'm going to take you behind the curtains of the MLS. So today is March 23rd. I'm your host, Matt Dayton. I've got Benji, my live stream sidekick with Benji Does, and he's going to be monitoring the chat for us. So feel free to chime in if you have any questions. So awesome. Benji, good to see you here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So what do we got going on right now in Summit County?
Should I hit you with the local news first, or you want to do questions a day? Local news. Let's start with spring breakers.
Oh gosh. Spring break is in full effect. So we have it's starting to lull off a little bit right now, but we are seeing some spring breakers finding themselves in difficult situations in the backcountry in the mountains. So backcountry's awesome place to go to get away from the crowds of the resorts and everything, but you got to be prepared. So this article, if you have a chance to read through it, is definitely interesting, but it also gives you some really good information about how to prepare yourself to go into the backcountry, especially in the wintertime, how to not get stuck out there overnight like this poor guy, and, keep all your fingers and toes. So, when you go out there, and you definitely got to, it gives a great list of things to be prepared with, food and clothing and things that you might not like. Beacons and probes and shovels are some things that you need to carry with you in the winter. So,
when we were getting ready for this, and why is my video not showing up? There it is. So when we were getting ready for this, you said beacons. So I had to go on Amazon. I was like, beacons, what is he talking about? Because like everybody has their cell phone on them right now. But yeah, there's these little boxes that you keep on you. So people do you register that with the local rescue people? What do you do?
No, it's just it's a radio frequency that sends out, because cell phones, oddly enough, don't work like 6 feet under the snow.
So it just broadcasts.
It sends out a signal. So what you do is you get first you get buried. That's the first step.
That's the first step. Just get horribly lost.
Get buried, and hopefully your friend has one of these devices too, and they walk around and they can kind of carry it until when they're getting closer to you, and you can pinpoint where somebody is. And then you got a probe, which is a long extendable pole that you use, and you start jabbing that down in the snow until you hit something solid, your buddy. Hopefully you don't poke his eye out. Ooh. And then you start digging. So
what's up with this red snow?
Yeah, exactly. Don't poke too hard.
The snow is screaming.
Now it's going through.
You know what? We have people here. They don't know about this stuff, and we got mountains all over the place. No snow really, but they go out and get crazy lost. This is something that happened a while back. This lady got rescued. She's 74 years old, but look at that basket. It's going.
Oh my gosh.
So fast. Oh man, can you imagine how sick you would be?
Oh, that poor gal.
She's just going for it. And this is ABC 15. It's one of our news stations out here. But that's what happens when you get rescued in Arizona.
Yeah, the rescue victim. Oh man. I know. I got some friends with search and rescue up here, and they've got some good stories that they share. So it's always interesting. But that looked like the Vomitron.
Oh man. Here's our other one for the majority of young Coloradans burdened by rent. Oh, they want rent stabilization. Sorry.
Yeah. So right now, Colorado has a ban on rent control. And then, I get it. I mean, they're trying to lobby to get rent stabilized. Definitely it would open a huge can of worms if you did that. Certainly in the real estate market, it's like they said, rents doubled in the last 12 years. Well, it's real estate prices have doubled in the last 2 years. So, it's a difficult balance, but up here, at least, we're definitely going to That's something that would impact a lot of owners for sure, and cause people to, maybe not be able to make their mortgage payments. So something to consider. But that is an argument for ownership, because nobody can mess with your you got, you might have high interest rates, but they're not going to, nobody's kicking you out if you make your payments. So but that is something interesting right now.
Alrighty. I've got my son home for spring break right now, so he's walking around saying, "Go ahead and wave at us with your red cast, buddy."
Yeah, where is that red cast?
Come here, show everybody on stream. Come on, come check it out. There it is. This thing's coming off tomorrow. Here's my monkey bar hero.
Oh, nice work, bud. Nice work, Gabe. you got your own beacon there. We won't miss you with that red cast.
Yeah, you see him everywhere. All right, thank you.
Oh man, it's going off like
yeah. Well,
let's just put
keeps doing things that makes it look like it's broken again.
Let's just put this up to your armpit. Oh man. So
all right, we did our local news. We can move on to the question of the day, or we can get those real estate tips. What do you think we should do?
Yeah, what's the question of the day?
So the question of the day that I got for you: you're from this area. You got deep roots in Summit County. What is your favorite ski resort in Summit County, and why? And I need a runner-up from you too.
All right, that's tough, because so we got 4. If you count Vail, we got 5, because that's within, from where I am, 30 minutes. So that's pretty good. We could call that, but not including Vail. So we got Keystone, we got Breckenridge, Arapahoe Basin, and Copper Mountain. I would have to venture toward, I just got to pass to Copper Mountain this year, so I'm exploring that. I've had a lot of fun there. So I'd venture towards Copper and A Basin, and I would have to give the winner to Arapahoe Basin.
Why is that?
It's just, it's a little bit more removed from everything. It's the terrain. It is a little bit more of an advanced mountain, but the terrain, you've got a good variety, but it starts at intermediate, I would say, advanced intermediate. And then you got the cliffs, you got the rocks, you got everything. It's just like kind of a little bit more removed. I'll share you a map view of A Basin.
Yeah, give me a tour. I know we've done a couple of videos. You've shown me things from Arapahoe Basin.
So I skin up A Basin all the time, like in the morning, go early in the morning.
All right, what's skinning really quickly?
Okay. Yeah, we got some lingo up here that
for sure
is probably not international. This has nothing to do with hunting. So skinning up is basically, you have climbing skins on the bottom of your skis. So they're long pieces of fabric that slide forward but not backwards, and then your heel can lift up on the boot or on the ski, and so you can climb up the mountain. And then you get to the top and you take that skin off the ski, lock the heel down, and you just downhill ski, making alpine turns down the mountain. It's pretty slick system. So yeah, that is skinning up.
You talk to me and it's like, all right, I got no idea what's going on here.
When I skin up the mountain, I'm not Davy Crockett. So here we got A Basin ski area. So the front side, that's a cool little shot there. Mm-hmm. The front side of the mountain is going to be kind of your more intermediate terrain. And then Beavers is new within the past few years. You can kind of see that new cut that they made. It's definitely like more brown. You don't have the grass on it. So that's a newer cut. You got the back bowls off the backside. So it's, you've got a good variety of terrain, but I love just like the rocks and the features and the steep and the couloirs and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
I see a trail there, says Dragon. Is that like the devil's backbone or something like that?
The Dragon Trail. You got you got North Pole, the East Wall here. This is where you get the super steep stuff. There's a Lenawee Trail. There's a cool, fun trail you do in the summertime on your mountain bike. We did that at night one time. That was a little weird.
Did you have your beacon on you?
No beacon.
No beacon.
No
We
beacons
go
are
hard.
no beacons or probes. So that sounds
funny.
like you're getting abducted by aliens.
All right. I got real estate tips for you.
Yeah.
Top 3 home inspection items.
Yep. So we have up here probably the number one thing that we see, and this isn't a big deal, but it's important to, it's important to think about is radon. Do you guys have radon there? Do you get radon?
I
Is that
don't
a
have any
thing?
idea what radon is. Is that what you put inside of laser guns for Star
Yeah,
Wars or
right.
something?
No, the radon is a gas that's in the earth, and we have porous soil, so it tends to seep up through the soil and it gets into your house. And it's cancer causing. It's like number 2 behind smoking. So easy to mitigate, but something to know about. And you don't really want to be living in a house with high radon levels. So you get a test, do a radon test. If it needs mitigated, if it's above a certain level, then there's companies that come in and for a couple $1,000s usually they can put in fans and suck it out from underneath the foundation. So
Okay.
that's not too bad.
So it's nothing that the homeowner does to the house or the builder did to the house. It's just something that naturally occurs in the earth in your area. So they want to check it out.
Yep. So check out for radon. Yeah.
Crazy. What about this one here? The erosion and slopes. I bet this is probably just because snow turns into water and ice and it takes away the foundation, or?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and a lot of stuff, we're in valleys. So it's like a lot of things are built on steeper hills. And newer projects, newer builds, they definitely can go down really deep and the foundations are deep. But sometimes you get some houses that are built on steeper stuff. They're older. You might have erosion going out from underneath that foundation. You might have, where it's shifted and there's cracks. One of the tricks for checking to see if a slope is moving or not is the way the trees grow. So
Okay. I guess. Okay. I get it.
Yeah, you'll actually see trees bow.
Whoa. Okay.
So the tree, the ground's doing this and it's pushing the tree this way. And as it grows, it's
Weird.
going up. So the tree's going to go straight up,
Mm-hmm.
but the base of the tree might be curved because the ground has been shifting and pushing it over. So it's curved. So
Okay.
it could be a little bit of that, but when you're out looking at a property and there's not 4 feet of snow on the ground and you can see the base of those trees, are they curving? So that's something to watch for.
And then you got this. This is probably like in Arizona, you got to have an AC. I'm sure in Colorado, if you don't got heat, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's your lifeline. I mean, heating system is your lifeline. And you've got generally like a few different styles. You got forced air, which is just a furnace and it's blowing up air through the house. You got baseboard heat, which can either be radiant, like natural gas with hot water running through those, or electric. And then the one that's most common in the newer builds up here, and this started in the 90s, is in-floor radiant heat. So it's in the floor, it's tubes, it's got glycol and water running through them.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah, great way to heat a house. However, in the 90s, like mid-late 90s, there was some systems that they were putting in that the piping, like Intron was made by Goodyear. They put in this piping that over time would deteriorate. It'd get brittle, it would crack, they'd get leaks. So there's a couple different heat systems, and a good inspector knows what to look for and knows, what those heat systems are that can be problematic if they exist. Not guaranteed they're going to leak, but they have been known to.
Do you have to fill them up over time? When I lived in Germany, they had like oil systems in your home, and they would have stuff like that piped through the house. Do you have to like refill them? Do they have differences, like different kinds of heating systems like that?
Yeah, you need to like keep your glycol levels charged at a certain level. If something were to fail and the house got cold, you don't want that whole thing freezing and breaking. So that's keeping those glycol levels, but that's the main thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've got a comparison now between Breckenridge and Keystone that you're going to show us. I think you've been showing us PDFs the last few weeks.
Yeah, I just have a little chart here, kind of a cool interactive chart. We have some great tools that we're able to use. So this one's fun. You just be able to, kind of nerd out a little bit on some graphs. But I was geeking out and found this really interesting between Keystone and Breckenridge. So you got two kind of resort areas. Keystone has always lagged, as far back as I remember, behind Breckenridge as far as values. So this median sales price I took just for condos. If you go to single family homes, it's definitely more of a disparity, but Keystone has, just as of like coming into May of 22 during this peak, Keystone actually caught up to Breckenridge for the median sales price for condos. So I thought that was pretty interesting to close that gap right there, separate a little bit.
Do they have about the same number of condos?
They actually probably do. If we look, we could actually, and as far as properties like active listings, Breckenridge definitely have, I guess they got about double, not double, but 20 more active listings than Keystone. So there is more there for properties in Breckenridge. However, with all the short-term rental restrictions, I have a feeling that that's kind of played into this median sales price, the short-term rental restrictions that came into place in Breckenridge. They've loosened that up a little bit. But Keystone, there's no limits on short-term rentals. There's no limits on licenses you can get. So that probably helped Keystone, that Breckenridge wasn't allowed to have the short-term rental licenses, the new ones, and hurt Breckenridge. So that brought them together, I think, a little bit there. So interesting little data.
Pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Now we've got our MLS check. We've gone through everything else, haven't we?
Yeah, we got everything else. So we got 5 top MLS check.
All right. Let me pull up this first guy. We'll do share tab, and then I've got to turn this thing on. There we go. So this first one is 162 Doris Drive. There we go. Yeah. Wow. I really like that.
This is a sweet house. Like I saw this come on the market. Nelson & Wall, they've got this listed. Just looked like a super cool build. I love that fan. I want that.
Yeah. That is a huge fan.
Yeah.
It's like what they have at Costco.
That is a big A fan. I love this, just open,
very big,
tons of light. It's not a real big place, but
it feels big.
It feels big. It's real open. They just did it. You got nice setting out in Blue River. You want to have that just sunshine as much as you can. It's making sure you're getting that solar gain. So, but I thought they just did a fantastic job of taking a property that's, making it just really attractive all the way through. It doesn't have to be this grandiose, $3 million place. I mean, we're still talking $1.5 million, but and seems like that one should be one that would go pretty soon.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was my top favorite.
I like this one a lot too. It's really nice. When this was built, where does it show us?
Brand new, I think.
2021. Yeah, this is brand new. Yeah. I love this thing. That is so pretty.
Yeah, it's just super mountain. Looks, it's got a modern feel, but like just a good mix of having that some mountain styles to it. So yeah, and the glass. I like the glass porch thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's super nice. And then this one here is 409 Salt Lick Circle.
Yeah, so just the kind of that entry level condo, 2-bedroom, gonna get you a little bit more space, 917 square feet, and for under 600,000, and just a nice location. You've got access to trails. You got you're down towards the lower part of Ryan Gulch Road there, so easy to get down to Silverthorne shops, restaurants, Lowe's, I-70 corridor. So yeah, so that's a good kind of starter place.
This is really nice.
Yeah, it'd work out pretty well.
I like the panther that they have on the console in the living room. Yeah, there he is.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. All right. Now we've got, I always say this right or wrong, Durkham, right? 100 Durkham Square.
Yeah. So 100 Durkham. So you've got this, I put this on there, good rental property, easy to get a license, right in the heart of River Run. These rent well, for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, not real big, but you can do $40,000 a year gross on these for short-term rentals, and just, to have a little ski place in the mountains, right near the slopes, right near Keystone. I think these are good. These are a good option.
This is super nice.
Yeah, you got all the amenities. You got the, you got the pool. You got the saunas, ski lockers, all that good jazz.
I like that one.
Ice skating. Yeah, Keystone's got a lot of good options like that.
All right, here's another one. Look at those mountains.
Yeah, so that's the Gore Range. They're trying to change the name of it because Lord Gore was,
bad guy.
bad guy. Well, I don't know. Maybe, I didn't know. I never met him, but he did shoot a lot of buffalo.
Oh no.
So the Native Americans weren't real fond of him. But this setting out here, it's on 20 acres. So just absolutely gorgeous setting. You got, gosh, that mountain range is just incredible. And you got the views and the deck out back. So, and the house is nice. It's not like over the top or anything. But it's definitely a nice looking place. But I just love that setting. You're a little bit lower in altitude. So as you go up, this would be considered like kind of south Summit County, or excuse me, north Summit County. So it works backwards. As you go north, you go lower. So typically you think south warmer. Actually, here in Summit County, north is warmer. So,
really?
Yeah, just because you're going down in altitude.
I see.
Yeah, so summers are a little bit longer, which is definitely nice. And you just have kind of a longer season there for summers. Right about this
big closet.
Yeah, nice big size closet. Nice, yeah, it's a nice looking place. Right around this time of year, you just get so April, you really start getting tired of the snow. So, that one that we were looking at the first time, that's like up in Blue River. So you're higher in altitude, and narrower valley. So you're definitely going to have longer winters there, colder. And then here, like you go to the other end of the valley, it opens up. So you got longer, just more sun exposure and shorter winters.
Double rainbows too.
Oh my gosh, double rainbow.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just incredible. I'm always gobsmacked at these photos.
Yeah, that's pretty.
All right, here's our last one. This is 101 East Main Street in Frisco.
Yeah. So our company just brought this one on. Mora did. And this one just right in the heart of Main Street, right in the heart of Frisco. This is kind of, if you just want to be in the center of everything Summit County, this is the place to be, because you're right on Main Street, which is, the restaurants, the shops, the marina, everything. Got a short drive to Copper Mountain, drive to all the different ski areas. And you're kind of right in the hub. So you can just see, from everywhere. You can get to any of those resorts. So I just thought that this was a good looking place. I really like just the nice finishes, all their cabinets. They've got, beautiful hand scraped hardwood floors, granite countertops, and that location I'd take all day long. So
very nice.
Yeah. So nice amenities, and just down the street from where I am right now.
Very cool.
Yeah. So awesome. I think that's all we got for today.
Yeah. I had a moment there while you were talking, and I was like, very nice. I was like, oh, I should kind of dress up like Borat one day. Just as a surprise, I'll show up and you'll be like, oh, God.
You should show up. If you do, you got to stay in character, though. That's
I could do it. I think you'd get sick of me.
You're not allowed to
Kick me
break
off the
character the whole
show.
time. So, yeah. Well, awesome, Benji. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining us today. This was the Ski Summit Show. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a like below. Share us on social media. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check the description for links to things we've mentioned in the episode. I'm Matt Dayton, Benji with Benji Does. This has been the Ski Summit Show, and we hope to see you in the mountains soon.